Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Lydia Marie. Happy New Year! Pew, 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 pew. It's officially the first of the year. Today we're talking about what is in my January makeup bag and just catching up a little bit, having a little chit chat. Welcome back to all of y'all. I hope y'all had a fantastic holiday season, and I hope that your 2024 will be filled with blessings on blessings on blessings, good health, abundance in whatever areas of life you need those in. Thank y'all for repeatedly tuning in to me. Hi to my new subscribers. I love that it's so many of y'all every time I log in. I love it over here. So if you want to see what's in my January makeup bag, I hope that you will keep watching. So my makeup bag for January is going to be pretty simple, and I'm basing it on an actual theme this month of January. So I want to do kind of a 90s type of makeup. I was a teenager in the 90s. Like, I wasn't a kid, so I was around for all of those trends and how the makeup looked, but I was watching Waiting to Exhale today, actually on New Year's Day, and I was watching it and I was paying close attention, as I always do in TV shows, to the makeup and things like that. So I was looking, and it was a specific scene with Layla Rashawn and Whitney Houston when they were at the pool. If you've seen the movie and you've seen them sitting by the side of the pool, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about. I'm going to try to insert the little snippet right up here, but they had on matte faces, matte makeup. Very 90s. Whitney had on a very subtle, soft, smoky eye. Looked like something gray or taupe on her eyes. Layla Rashawn had bronze cheeks, carved out contour, very light though, very natural, but her eyes had a very nice hint of like a bronzy type of smoke and an eyeliner. And I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Also in the movie, if you look at like Angela Bassett and Loretta Devine, they had on some amazing dark berry matte lips. Of course, that was the style in the 90s. That was just what it was. Clean face, matte lip, dark lip. So that's what I'm going to be doing this month. So I'm going to show you the two foundations that I'm going to be working with, a couple of concealers, and then some oldie but goodies things in my stash. So for foundations, I pulled this one back out. I haven't used this in quite some time. This is the Born This Way foundation. This is, I believe this is their undetectable. Yes, their undetectable medium to full. I have the shade Praline, and so I'm going to try this again. I can't remember quite why I stopped using it, but I'm pretty sure it was because it was the summer, and in the summer I don't always wear full coverage. This is a full coverage foundation, so I'm going to be trying this out again because I feel like this can give me the 90s matte look that I'm looking for. And you guys know I have normal to dry skin, so if I'm wearing a matte or full coverage foundation, I am always prepping my skin very well. If you ever want to see my skincare videos, comment skincare down below, and I will make sure to do a routine video to show you what I do to prepare to wear a full coverage makeup. I'm also going to be using my Givenchy Prisme Libre Skincare and Glow. This is going to be another foundation for the month of January. Haven't been reaching for this one as much. I don't know why, but I have so many things. So these two foundations are going to be in my bag for the month of January. For concealers, I'm reaching for my Givenchy Prisme Libre concealer. I'm going to use this under my eyes. This is going to be my main one for the month of January. I really like it. I have not used it nearly enough since I got it in the Sephora sale. Y'all remember my debacle with trying to get the right shade, and I had to take it back, and I got the shade. This is a shade that's more closer to my skin tone, so it won't be a brightening concealer, and that's okay, because as long as it's covering up any dark circles, I'm totally fine with the concealer. But I love how much coverage it actually gives you with just a dot. You know, I love a good applicator, and this has a fantastic doe foot applicator, so I'm going to be using that in conjunction with the Givenchy foundation. I'm also going to be using my Maybelline Magic Erase. Is that called Magic Erase? No, it's called Instant Ageless Erase. Instant Ageless Erase. This is a great drugstore concealer. I don't know why I be calling it a magic erase, child. This is a great drugstore concealer, especially for the days when you're not wearing a ton of makeup. It has a nice plushy applicator here, but it is really great for covering up dark circles. It really does erase whatever you have going on up under here. And then I also like it for a highlighter. I'm in shade 141 if you need a reference. Lastly, for my full coverage days when I'm wearing the Beat face, I'm going to go into the Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Concealer. It is full coverage. I'm actually wearing that under my eye right now, and it is so undetectable. Absolutely worth it. I have the shade Warm Honey. I'm considering getting the shade Honey just as a little lighter under eye concealer because this is more of my skin tone concealer, which is again totally fine. I don't mind that at all, but these will be the 3 concealers that I'm reaching for this month. Keeping with the berries and the theme of the dark berries and things like that, the 2 blushes I'm reaching for both are cream and powder. This one is from Fashion Fair. This is in the shade Rich Plum. We know Fashion Fair was all about the 80s and 90s, so them having a revamp and bringing us this lovely blush. This is super pigmented, but if I put this one on first and then dab the powder, it would give me the nice 90s blush look that I'm going for. Also the Patrick Ta blush. This is the other one that I'm using. It's in the shade She's Blushing. This is more of a neutral shade, so it'll give me a nice contrast. Very much 90s, you know, there but not there type of makeup. Not 80s where it's like blush, but 90s is really subtle with the blush, and I just absolutely was enthralled by that. So that's what I'm gonna be using, these 2 blushes right here to kind of get that 90s kind of girl look going on. Eyeshadow, I have an oldie but goodie, but honestly it's so good it deserves all the attention, and I think I'm gonna use this one for my everyday shadows. This is the Jackie Aina and Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow collab palette. This palette is so freaking good. Y'all know I love ABH palettes anyway, but this one was specifically made with brown girls in mind. I typically use these 3 shades right here: Ginger, Credit, and Edges. These are my 3, but I'm going to kind of dip into this. In one scene in the Waiting to Exhale, Whitney had on a subtle purple eye. Not this bright, but something like this. But it was really blushed out. It was really blended in, I should say, so it didn't really look a stark purple, but it looked so good. And I was like, you know what, purple eyeshadow is all about the 90s. So I'm gonna be using the Jackie Aina palette this month. Also gonna be using the Juvia's Place Coffee Shop palette. Y'all know this made my favorite list for 2023. One of the items. This is a fantastic look for every day. I'm wearing it right now actually, and I just have 2 of the browns in my crease. And again, this is very subtle 90s type of makeup. It's not so overwhelming, just a little bit of color right there in my crease to give it like a bronze effect. So I'm definitely pulling this one out and using these colors either every day or just for a specific look. Lastly, I'm going to be using the face palette that I just got from Milani. This is the complete face palette from Milani. This is the medium to dark one. It has bronzer, blush, eyeshadow, and highlighter, but you can use all of these on your eye all over the place, and I think this is the perfect way to kind of capture a 90s glam. You got a little bit of sparkle right here, and you know the 90s was all about the highlighter, so your face is like nice and chiseled, but then you have a nice subtle highlighter right there. This is going to be the perfect palette to achieve that. Moving right along, the 90s was all about the dark vampy lip. It's the perfect time to pull out those vampy lips because it's cold, it's winter, and you know I'm not going to have a favorites in my makeup bag without a red lip. So I'm going to be using one of my red lips from Pound Cake. This is a Pound Cake lipstick. This is in the shade Red Velvet. Pound Cake is one of those companies that don't do universal red lips. You take a quiz on their website and it's based on your skin tone and the tone of your lips, and it gives you the perfect shade of red. So this is one of my reds. It is a soft matte velvet, but when it dries down, it really wears a lot better than the Fenty one because it lasts a lot longer. It doesn't smear all over the place. So this is going to be my red lipstick. I really need to get back into my signature red, so I'm going to be pulling that one out. I'm also going to be doing some dark and vampy colors with my Maybelline vinyl lipsticks, especially this one in the shade, I think it's called Wicked. It's the shade 135, and it's got this dark. Tell me that's not a perfect 90s type of brown lipstick. It's kind of brownish wine color. I don't do too many berries. Like this one is a bit berry for me, but it is from e.l.f. and it's in the shade Shameless. This is one of their satin O-Face lipsticks. But I like this one because I paired it with the dark lip liner from them as well in the shade Plum and Get It. So I'm going to be doing a couple berries. Like I said, with that type of theme in the 90s, you do have a dark lip, kind of a clean face. So yeah, I'm excited. I was a teenager in the 90s and I was not allowed to wear makeup. So I'm going to be living out my teenage years through this month's makeup bag. So thank you guys so much for joining me for my very first video of 2024. Again, I'm wishing us all such a prosperous new year. I'm calling in for myself more stability, especially in my career job situation, and more abundance with growing this channel, monetizing this channel, starting my own side hustles and things like that. I'm very excited for the possibilities, and still, while I'm planning for the future, still trying to live right now in this moment. I hope you all have a great start to your year. Comment down below and let me know what y'all want to see from the channel this year. I have some ideas, but I always want to hear from my viewers so I can better help you all, and so that you will all be enjoying your time over here at Beauty by Elle Marie. Thanks for tuning in, you guys, and let me know what your theme is for January as far as your beauty and makeup and skincare is concerned. Or do you have one at all, or do you need help with picking one? Let me know in the comments. Thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much. I will be back here with another video for y'all very soon. Bye.